Life isn't always unicorns and rainbows, and sometimes you might find yourself feeling sad or anxious about things that happened in the past or in the present. So in this video, I'm sharing 5 simple mental health tips to help you improve your sense of well-being. So get comfortable and let's talk about better mental health. Hello and welcome. I'm Jeremy Godwin, and this week on Better Mental Health, I'm sharing 5 simple ways to improve your mental health and well-being. These might be simple, but they require daily work, but it's definitely worth it. And stick around until the end because I have a bonus tip which will make an absolutely massive difference to your mental health and well-being. Just quickly before I start today, regular viewers will notice a brand new name to this channel, which I hope better reflects the kind of practical advice about better mental health that I share. And it also helps to make this show stand out a little bit more from the Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast. Nothing else has changed, and I'll still be publishing new episodes here every Wednesday. So if you aren't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that subscribe button now. So with that covered, let's get straight into the tips for today and start with talk about what you're feeling. Because when you keep things bottled up inside, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed by what you're going through. But you don't have to go through challenging times alone, and nor should you. Talk to someone that you trust, or better yet, speak with a professional like a counselor or therapist who can guide you through things in an objective and supportive way. And the thing is that the more you talk about it, the easier it gets. So that leads to my next point, which is connect with other people. Because most of us tend to be social creatures, and it's the human contact that we crave, since it makes us feel seen and valued as a person. Connect regularly with friends and family, even if it's just through phone and video calls if you can't be together at the moment, and choose to do little things each day that help you to connect with other people in your community. Say hi to your neighbour, smile at a stranger in the street, chat to an elderly person at the supermarket. Not only are those ways to show kindness towards other people, but it also helps you to connect, which then makes you feel more positive about yourself and your place in the world. Next, do more of what you love and less of what you hate. Because maybe it's just that I'm a little bit older now, only a little bit, but I'm not wasting my time on things that I hate. Now let me be clear here and say that we all have to do things sometimes that may not be our absolute favourite. I mean, someone has to clean my house and take out the rubbish. But there's a very big difference between that type of stuff that you don't really like and stuff that you actually hate. If anything is making you absolutely miserable, like work or relationships with other people, remove yourself from that situation, because life is far too precious to waste it feeling like crap. Hate is a really strong emotion, and it's a sign that something has to change. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Next, focus on your strengths. Because it can be really easy sometimes to focus on the stuff that you might not be great at, but when you do that too much, it can damage your sense of self-worth. Instead, identify your strengths and make the most of them, while at the same time looking for opportunities to grow and develop those areas that might need a little bit of work longer term. If you aim to be the best version of yourself possible and to grow a little each day, then you'll find that you discover new opportunities and new possibilities, which then help to improve your overall sense of well-being. Because when we grow, it helps us to feel more fulfilled as human beings. And that leads to my next point, which is make time for self-care every single day. Because if you don't look after you, then who will? Self-care is about proactively taking care of your mind, body, and spirit in healthy ways, and it's the mental health equivalent of recharging your phone. If you don't plug that thing in, it's going to run out of battery, and you are exactly the same. Although, to be fair, I'm not quite sure where the cord is supposed to go when it comes to human beings, but apart from that, you're the same as your phone. Take a little time to look after yourself every single day, and if you would like ideas on how to do that, check out episode 6 of the Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast, linked in the description below. And I have a bonus point, which is self-acceptance. This is a topic I'm going to be covering in its own video in a few weeks' time, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel and turn on notifications. You'll also find some great tips about this in episode 78 of the Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast, which was all about self-worth. Because the thing is that when you learn to accept yourself as you are, the good, the bad, and everything in between, then you begin to feel better about yourself. And you begin to see your mistakes less as failures and more as learning opportunities. And that matters because the way that you feel about yourself determines how you treat yourself. And how you treat yourself determines how you interact with other people. And how you interact with other people determines how they treat you. And how others treat you can also have an impact on how you treat yourself. So don't let that cycle be a negative one. Instead, focus on the positive and build a healthy relationship with yourself one step at a time. So that's it for this episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you made it all the way to the end, leave me a brain emoji because, mental health. Want more? Listen to the Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast on your favorite podcast service, or use the link in the description below. And watch this video next for more practical advice, and click here to subscribe to my channel for even more weekly advice for better mental health. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care and talk to you next time.